Hey everyone, welcome to the latest edition of the Matt Ahn Talk Show right here, January 2024. Yep, starting off the year. It's always interesting to start off the year. But, we got a big thing going on this year. We got the 2024 presidential race. And here we go, scratching my head again. I think it's going to be Trump versus Biden again. In all honesty, this is just getting absolutely tiring and sickening. I'm just tired of this same matchup. It's a rematch from 2020. And who knows, before you know it, the government, they might create another pandemic again because they need to find a way to, mess with the election, mess with the people a little bit, get everyone scared. That's ridiculous. What we had to go through that year of 2020 plus, it lingered on for several months into the year 2021. Absolutely sickening, if you ask me. Absolutely sickening to the highest degree. But I'm not going to ramble on here. We're going to go over some of these stats here that I got for the presidential races here. Let's take a look at it here. All right, so we got Trump leading Biden nationally. Now, these polls were last done on December 26th, so about a week behind in the polls here. We have Trump leading Biden nationally by 1%, and then 11% of the entire vote. They are, it's 44 Biden, 45 Trump, 11% seems to be voting third party. Yeah, that's very interesting. We move over to the Ohio poll. We have Trump leading by 8% according to the polls, Biden at a 40% and Trump at a 48%, while 12% is voting third party. Yep. Now, possibly, I could be entirely wrong, but that 12% also could be represented to another candidate, whether that be Democratic or Republican. So keep that in mind here as I'm mentioning some of these polls. We go over to New Hampshire's poll. Biden leading by 10%. He's got 49%, while Trump has 39%, while 12% is voting for another candidate. Yes, they've had enough of that Biden-Trump stuff. Moving over to the Pennsylvania poll. That's right here in the state where the Matt Ahn Talk Show is located. We have Trump leading by 2%. Yes, 42% for Biden, 44% for Trump, and 14% something else, whether that be third party or another candidate for one of these parties. Moving down to Texas, Trump leading by 6%. We have Biden at 39 and we have Trump at 45, while 16%, they want something else. Going over to Arizona here, Trump leading by 6.5%. That's an unusual poll number. We have 37% going for Biden, while 44% goes for Trump. And 19% in Arizona, 19%. I had to pull that closer to double check that. 19% want somebody else. Moving down to Georgia here. Trump leading by 6%. We have Biden with 40%, and we have Trump with 46%, and 14% in Georgia want somebody else. That's very interesting to note there that Trump is ahead by 6% in Georgia, being the facts that there's a whole lawsuit and trying to manipulate the elections down there going on right now. So that's very interesting that he's leading by 6%. We move over to Michigan. 40% for Biden, 45% for Trump. Trump leading with 5%, and 15% of the people, well, they want somebody else. Moving down to Nevada here, Trump leads by 3%. I see an algorithm here that they're really tired of the Biden administration now at this point, and we were given false false settlement in the beginning that Biden was going to do all better. This is going to be all different from Trump. In fact, in my opinion, and probably the opinions of everybody else, especially if you ask them how they feel about the gas and the food at the grocery store, they're all probably leaning for Trump too, because we all been lied to the last several years. Absolutely sickening. Nevada here, as I'm talking, Trump leading by 3%. We have 44% for Biden, 47% for Trump, and 9%, they want somebody else. All right, moving over here. North Carolina, Trump leading by 9%. It continues here. 38% for Biden, 47% for Trump, and 15%, they want somebody else. All right, going down to Tennessee now. Oof, Trump leading massive here. 19% Trump is leading in Tennessee. Did I say Tennessee before? Now I'm saying Tennessee. We got Trump with 45%. Yes. While Biden with 26%, and 29% said, we want somebody else. Moving over to Wisconsin here. Biden leading for once, but here's a very, very small margin, 0.5%. Yep, that's right. Biden 39%. It's probably more like 39.5%, and Trump with just 39%. 22% of the people, they want somebody else. California, here we go. Biden, now this is no surprise here, actually, being California is a massively Democratic state. Biden leading with 24% in the state of California. Trump, he's got 30%, and 16% of California, they want somebody else. All right, moving down to Florida here. Trump leading by 10%. Biden's got 34%. Trump has got 44%. And 22% of people, they want somebody else. All right, moving down to Minnesota. Biden leading by 3% here. 45% for Biden, 42% for Trump, 13%. They want somebody else. All right, New York. Biden. We're going to have to keep these sound effects cued here or something. Ding, ding. New York. No surprise here, being it's a heavily Democratic state. Biden leading by 10%. 46% for Biden, 36% for Trump, and 18%, they want somebody else. Whether that be third-party candidate or somebody else running as a Republican and or Democrat. All right, moving over to the state of Washington. Biden, no surprise here, leading by 14%. He's got 52% of the poll right now in Washington, while Trump has got 38%, and we got 10%, wants something else. Moving over to Ohio. A little bit of no surprise here. Trump leading by 12%. He's got 50% of the vote there now in Ohio in these early polls. While we have Biden at 38%, and 12% of people, like I said, want something else. All right. Man, I'm going to get sick and tired of me saying that. We got 50 states here. All right, moving over to Missouri here. Absolutely no surprise here. Trump leading by 13%. That's right, 52% for Trump, 39% for Biden, and we got 9%. Just want something else. All right, Alaska. Trump, 8%. No surprise there. 45% of the vote, while Biden gets 37%. And 18% say, hey, I want something other than these yahoos. All right, moving down to Montana here. Trump, 21% of the vote, leading with 49%, while Biden, he's stuck with 28%. And 23% of the people, they just want something else. Wyoming, absolutely astonishing here right now. No surprise, though. Trump, 53% of the vote. Yep, he's got 68%. Well, Trump's leading by 53%. He's 68% of the vote, while Biden has only 15. Oof. And 17% say, you know what? I hate these guys. All right, Colorado, here's one absolute no surprise. Biden leading by only 4%, while he's stuck at a 42. Trump stuck at a 38%. And 20% of the people said, well, you know what? I've had about enough of these two clowns. All right, moving over to Arkansas. Absolutely no surprise with this number. Trump leading by 33%, while he's got 57% of the current vote in these early leadoffs here. Biden, 24%. Ouch. While the other 19%, something else. All right, Illinois here. Absolutely no surprise. This was a state that he gave us Barack Obama. Biden leading by 9% with 43% to Trump's 34%, and 23% of people in Illinois say, hey, had enough of these guys. All right, North Dakota, Trump leading by, oh my gosh, 37%. Whew. He's sitting at a nice, pretty 54%. Biden, can't even get to 20 here. He's at 17% now support there in North Dakota. While, check this number, 29% say, I don't care for either of these guys. Now, again, as I said before, multiple times in this video, that could be, third-party candidate or somebody like a Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, even Vivek Ramaswamy. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Who knows? But that percentage there that I mentioned about rather vote for the other guys, that could be that category, just so you know. Because since Trump is the presumptive Republican nominee and Biden, of course, tying up the Democratic side, hence these polls here. So I need to make it very clear so I'm not giving all these inaccurate facts here. All right, moving down here, South Dakota. Trump leading by 22%. He's got 50% of the support there in South Dakota, while Biden, he's got 28. He's got some work to do there. And 22% of the people, well, they rather see another face. All right, moving over. Indiana here, 19% Trump is leading by. He's sitting pretty at a 48. Biden, he's got a little work to do. He's sitting at a 29. And 23% of that, they rather have one of these other guys. Nebraska. Trump leading by 16%. He's sitting at a 47. Got a 31 for Biden. 22 say, rather have something else. All right, West Virginia. Trump taking it away here. 36% lead here over Biden, sitting at a 23. Trump sitting at a 59. 18% say, we rather have some other yahoo there. Moving down to Kansas here. Trump leading by 16%. He's sitting pretty at a 47. Biden, he's got a little catching up to do. He's sitting at a 31%. And 22% of the people in this poll in Kansas said, rather have somebody else. All right. Idaho. Trump leading by 29%. He's sitting pretty at a 55. Biden, he's at a 26 and 19%. Well, rather have a different candidate. Moving down to Oklahoma, Trump leading by 28%. He's sitting at a 55. Biden sitting at a 27, 18%. Rather have some other yahoo there. All right, Kentucky, Trump still leading here. Trump with an astonishing 29% lead in the state of Kentucky, sitting pretty at a 55. Biden, he's got some massive work to do down there, but that's heavily Republican, by the way. 26% for Biden, 19 say, I want somebody else. All right, here we go. Biden finally catching up here a little bit in some of these latter polls here. Biden leading in all three of these next states. Maryland, Biden way ahead of Trump at 26%. Biden taking away the lead in Maryland. Trump got some work to do. Trump's sitting at a 30. Biden is sitting at a comfortable 56% there, while 14 say, I'd rather see a new face. New Mexico, Biden still a lead here with 8%, sitting pretty at a 49, while Trump a little bit behind with 41%, and 10% say, hey, want a new face. Last but certainly never ever the least, Virginia, Biden slightly ahead of Trump in the state of Virginia, leading with a 3%, sitting pretty at a 43, while Trump's got a 40. 17% say rather have a new sideshow clown. All right, there it is. Some of the latest polling here. I know we're a little bit behind on the time, but that's some of the last facts that I got, being that this is a pre-taped episode of the Matt Ahn Talk Show airing in January 2024. And that's a poll that was done on the evening of December 26th, 2023. We're here January 2024. Figured I'd give that a little bit of update. I always have to talk about the presidential race no matter what year it is. It's part of my job here on the talk show. It's astonishing with some of these interesting numbers for the polls here that Trump is dominating Biden by far in most of all those states. Biden keeps a slight lead in multiple states, but not enough to overtake Trump at this point. And some of the belief is that we've just seen this show of Biden for the last nearly 4 years, that it's just a train wreck. It's a giant dumpster fire now at this point with Biden. You know, always falling. He can't take questions from the media. He doesn't know what to say. And half the time it seems like his staff shuffles him out of there so quick so he can't answer questions and accidentally get himself into some kind of trouble. So I think people's had enough of it. And I mean, speaking for myself, but I think I'm speaking for a lot of people, we are absolutely sick of these prices at the grocery store. This is absolutely disgusting. Biden promised us, build back better America. I don't know who you're referring to and who you're including in that group of people when that statement was made back at the beginning of your presidency, but that's not helping me any bit, that's for sure. That is absolutely not helping me whatsoever with these prices. I mean, I'm going further into debt having to swipe my credit card because I got to try to keep food in this house for this family. And it's hard to keep it up when I'm going to the store getting about 15 items and I'm paying 70 to $100 depending on what I'm getting. That's not building back America better whatsoever. And people, they're just fed up. They're fed up of the absolute laziness in this country where I'm not going to point fingers or name any groups of any sort, but they're just absolutely sick of people that don't go to work or contribute to society or just flee over here from other countries or something like that. Get a free EBT food stamp card with $1,000 on it, plus all the free health care you can imagine for, along with dental and everything else. Well, hardworking families like me, we wouldn't even qualify for something like that. They just tell us, oh, not qualified, not eligible in the past when trying for stuff like that. And it's absolutely sickening. And you try to go to the store, expensive there. You go to a food bank, they don't even give you out a lot of good stuff. You know, they give you out a very bare minimum. I understand they have to divide amongst everybody else, but what we've seen in the past is any food from the food bank lasts you maybe 5 to 6 days, not even a full week. Absolutely disgusting. And I think a lot of the people here in America, they've had enough of Joe Biden and his games. Hence, as discussed here in this video, Trump massively leading in a lot of those states by far. And it can only get better for Trump from here. Unless something crazy comes out with these indictments and everything and all these trials coming up and that he's going through right now, it's not looking good for Biden, especially with this whole Hunter thing breathing down his neck with the possible impeachment or impeachment inquiry that's been going on. Yeah, it's not looking good. So we will only have to wait to see. We'll probably possibly cover more of the presidential race coming up. That's all I got to say for now. So everyone, thank you very much for tuning in here to the Matt Ahn Talk Show on its various social media platforms that we are associated with. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more talk show content. Follow us on Facebook as well for more behind the scenes stuff. We've got our Facebook fan page that I often take plenty of photos of the Cementon Bridge and Indian Trail Bridge going on here in the city of Northampton in Pennsylvania, and a lot of other things going on in the surroundings here in the Lehigh Valley in the state of Pennsylvania, covered by yours truly, one of the top people here in the valley, just going around taking pictures in the ABE area, covering a lot of the events, a lot of the changes, warehouses, bridge replacements, and so forth. Demolitions, store closures, I've done a lot of. So it's all here on this channel, you know, especially if you're on YouTube. It's here on the YouTube channel. You can also find it on our other various platforms as well. Facebook fan page. You know, if there's not any major developments and there's just slight developments, they're covered on our Facebook fan page rather than me having to go through the cause of making a full-length video when I could just take a few pictures and have some traffic going through the Facebook fan page. So check that out. Get on our Facebook fan page. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe to our Rumble page. Follow us all over, everyone. I'm Matt Ahn saying, until next time, like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.